It's the G to the U to the R to the U. So with that said, I'm going to talk about the Las Vegas Raiders, man. Week 1, Monday Night Football, hosting Lamar and the Baltimore Ravens, man. Tell the truth, man, I don't like this season for John Gruden. I don't like the Raiders at all. I don't like the roster. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know their identity. I don't know what they are. But I do know one thing. They're going to lose week 1 to the Baltimore Ravens. All right? Week 1. Week 2, they go to Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a sad situation. Y'all know I love the Raiders. I love Mayor, John Gruden. They're going to Pittsburgh. They're not going to beat the Steelers. They're not. Mike Tomlin is a better coach. The Pittsburgh Steelers are a better run organization from top to bottom. They got better players. So what that means, they're going to beat the Las Vegas Raiders in week 2. Week number 3, they host the Miami Dolphins. Now, the only reason why I picked the Vegas to beat if this game was in Miami, hell no, I wouldn't have picked the damn Raiders. But because it's in Las Vegas, and tell you the truth, I don't know about this Tua kid. I've been telling you all about how I feel about Tua since his college days. I think Tua is a Sam Bradford. There's nothing spectacular about the kid. You know what I mean? So with that said, the Raiders going to get their first win because he played against Tua. You know what I mean? And the Miami Dolphins. It will be a tough game. Obviously, the Dolphins probably got the best defense in football. But offensively, man, they are going to be very, very pedestrian-like, in my opinion. Week number 4, the Raiders travel to Los Angeles and host the Chargers. I like Las Vegas in this situation because I think, like I keep telling, I want somebody to please, because I feel like I'm the only one that doing this with this football thing that's questioning Brandon Staley. Like I don't think that's a good hire. This dude had 1 year of calling defensive plays, and then all of a sudden he became a head. Like I don't think he went through the ringers. I don't think he went through the ringers of being a head coach. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I graduated college. You know what I'm saying? After my first year, they didn't make me a CEO. You know what I'm saying? After my first year out working, I didn't get promoted to the next job as a CEO. No, it's a process. And I think the Chargers skipped the process and skipped the stage as always, man. So with that said, the Vegas gonna beat the Chargers week number 4. Week number 5, they host the Chicago Bears. I call this the Khalil Mack game, to be honest with you all. Khalil Mack coming to Vegas, man. I expect him to sack Derek Carr like 10 times. Like, seriously. I know the Raiders are revamping the offensive line and all this, but you know what? Khalil Mack ain't got to read nothing. The only thing Khalil Mack is going to do is going to sack Derek Carr. All right? So, Derek Carr, you're in trouble. Take an L. The Bears are going to beat the Raiders week number 5. Week number 6, to close out the first segment of the scheduling for the Raiders, they travel to the Denver Broncos. To be honest with you, I look at Gruden and Vic Fangio in the same situation. But probably Gruden may be more secure than Fangio. They're both in limbo, man. They're both stagnant. Both organizations are stagnant. And to be honest, I don't think neither of those guys are the guy for both of those organizations. But that's just hearsay because they are the guys of right now, but I don't foresee those guys being the guy of the future. So with that said, it's like the toilet bowl, man. I give the Broncos and Vic Fangio, just because they are home, I think they could beat the Raiders in week 6. So with this said, the very first 6 weeks of the Las Vegas Raiders, man, they had a very tough opening schedule. Like, they really, really do. You had the Ravens from last year, who was a playoff team. Pittsburgh was a playoff team. The Dolphins won double digits game last year. The Bears were a playoff team, man. You know, so it's like 4 of the 6 teams they played in the opening 6 weeks, they were high quality teams. So I anticipate the Raiders to start the season 2-4 for the first 6 weeks of the season. So now to move on to the second part of the scheduling, man, the next 6 week, week 7 to week 12. So when I look at week 7 to week 12, obviously there's a bye in week 8 for the Raiders right there. But this is a very good sign. This is a very good stretch for the Raiders right here, man, because they play against teams that was not really very, very good. The only team that actually went to the playoff last year was the Kansas City Chiefs they had on the schedule. So from week 7 to week 12, I anticipate the Raiders to show some glimpse of competency. So week number 7, they should beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, the Eagles got their own situation going on over there, and I anticipate the Eagles to be one of the 3 worst teams in all of football. So I expect a W for the Las Vegas Raiders. Week number 8, that's a bye week. Week 12, they go to New York to host. To travel to New York to play the New York Giants. I expect the Giants are a very good team, bro. Like real, like the Giants got a very good roster, man. I know we have questions about Danny Dimes, but defensively the Giants are on point. Offensively, obviously Saquon Barkley is coming back in addition to Kenny Galladay. I like the Giants the way they're structured. So, and I do not like the Raiders how they're structured. So I anticipate the Giants to do what the Giants do, beat the Raiders in week number 9. Week number 10, they host the Kansas City Chiefs, man. It's like, this is right here. This is the Raiders Super Bowl right here, man. Like, it's like, that's all they're waiting for. It's like they just look, that's what they play for right now, to play the Kansas City Chiefs. So this is what, I mean, the whole week, the whole year, John Gruden's going to be on high alert. The team going to be on high alert. And I anticipate them to pull one of their, they always do one of them every season, John Gruden always pull a game that they should win. So I anticipate to be another pest to the Chiefs, and the Raiders putting an upset week number 10 by defeating the Kansas City Chiefs. Week number 11, the Raiders, they host the Bengals. Look, now I told y'all this is a good stretch for them. I don't know about Zach Taylor. Like I said, the Bengals, tell the truth, I don't even know who the Bengals got on the defensive side of the ball, to be honest with y'all. I don't know. I really don't know the Bengals. I know they signed the dude from the New Orleans Saints, Hankinson, the defensive end. But tell the truth, the Bengals got so much to worry about, man. The Raiders going to beat the Bengals. Like, to be honest with y'all, I'm not sold on the Bengals at all. Week number 12 at the Dallas Cowboys. This is where the winning streak is going to come to a conclusion right here, man. To close it out, it's a Thursday night. What is that? The week 12 is a Thursday night game. So I think it's a Thanksgiving game, I believe. So I anticipate, the Cowboys Thanksgiving, somebody win games like that, even though last year they got embarrassed. But I expect them to beat the Raiders in week number 12. So like I said, that ends the second stretch, and I anticipate this is the best stretch for the Las Vegas Raiders right here. So I see them going 3-2 in this stretch from week 7 to week 8, obviously with the bye week included of that to make it 3-2. So now to finish the last stretch of the Las Vegas Raiders. This is a rough stretch, bro. This might be one of the roughest last stretch in football right here on the schedule. The scheduling gods did the Las Vegas Raiders no justice, man. Week 13, they host the playoff team in the Washington football team who won their division, and then they played the Kansas City Chiefs, who was basically the Super Bowl runner-up, and then they go to Cleveland, who were one of the hottest teams, who's one of probably the high Super Bowl contender this year, and then they host the Broncos in between, and then they go to Indianapolis, who was a playoff qualifying team, and then they finish it up against the Chargers. So this is not how you finish, and we know John Gruden got a history of dying down late in the season, so this is a bad situation. So week 13 against Washington football team, obviously I anticipate a loss for the Raiders. That's just what it is. The football team have a little bit, our roster is a little bit more concrete than the Vegas roster now, as far as offensively, defensively, obviously as far as Rivera and company, we're just a better organization at this stage than the Las Vegas Raiders. Week number 15 at the Kansas City Chiefs. This is the revenge game. Obviously, I said the Raiders beat the Chiefs the first time. The Chiefs going to come back and execute and do what they do and defeat the Raiders in week 14. Week 15, they travel to Cleveland. At this stage, this is the worst time to play the Cleveland Browns, man. This is the time I think the Cleveland Browns are going to be ramping up, man. I'll tell you the truth. I think the Cleveland Browns are the best team in the AFC, and I think they're going to prove that against the Raiders in week 15. So another L. So that's 4 L's in a row for the Oakland Raiders. It looks this is how the Raiders normally finish the season anyway. So this is a normal occurrence. I'm sure if you're a Raiders fan, you're used to this. But if you don't admit to it, hey, I know, I see it all the time. All right, so week number 16, they host the Broncos. You know, thank goodness to Vic Fangio and company, the Broncos come to town. It's like, I don't even know if Fangio is still going to be the coach. They might have fired him at this time. So, like I said, one good thing for the Raiders is I don't know where the Broncos is going to be. So, with that said, the Raiders are going to beat the Broncos week 16. Week 17, they travel to Indy. Oh, nah. The Indianapolis, it ain't the Broncos. The Colts are going to be strong, man. They're going to be ready. Obviously, with Carson Wentz, man. The Colts are a better structured team. The Colts are a better team. The Colts are one of the elite, yes, y'all heard me, one of the elite team in the AFC. And I see them showcasing that at home when they host the Las Vegas Raiders. So the Raiders are going to take another L week 17. Week 18, they finished at home hosting the Los Angeles Chargers. Like I mentioned, man, this roster is not built. It's not really a strong roster personally, man. They're going to lose to the Chargers. Like I said, I don't think John Gruden is the guy. You know, I don't think Mike Mayock is the guy. I just don't see those guys are the guy. The numbers show this is what, year 4, year 5 of their tenureship, and they haven't even touched the playoff. They haven't even basically got a winning season. I just don't like the direction. I don't see no identity. I don't know what the hell they're doing over there in Las Vegas, man. So with that said, I'm going to finish with their record being 6-11 to finish the season. 6-11 will be the Las Vegas Raiders, and they will be descending as far as the trajectory go, man. And that concludes the Las Vegas Raiders 2021 scheduling prediction. This is Monday Morning Football with the Guru.